Welcome back, hippie friends. Chrissy here with the Hippie Vibe Tribe, bringing you today's message. How are we doing? What's going on? How are we? Cloud 9, baby, Cloud 9. I think that you are realizing there is no limitation. There's no limit. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't learn. There's nothing you can't unlearn, reprogram, retrain, right? You are evolving in a way that you didn't even predict. You didn't even say. You can do anything. That's the vibe right now. Cloud 9. People are waking up everywhere and realizing that there are so many things put in place, like, the TV, movies, media, music, commercials. Like, there's so much put in place to reinforce your belief that you should be afraid. You are powerless. You need to buy things in order to feel complete, or, there's so much surrounding you that is designed to brainwash you into thinking that you are small, limited, and lacking, that there's a lot that wants to keep you feeling small, powerless, insecure, and afraid. There's a lot out there that benefits from our fear, that benefits from our diseases and our illnesses and our phobias. Fear is a money-making business, guys. And I think that those that are being drawn to this channel are seeing the subliminal messaging everywhere. You're seeing it, you're getting it, you're waking up and you're like, oh, look, that commercial wants me to think that I'm ugly, so I buy that and you get my money. And that person right there wants me to be afraid so that I latch over here. And there's so much that has been brainwashing you since birth to keep you small, less than, kind of like a blind consumer. Take my money and I won't ask any questions. But you're realizing what's going on and you're waking up and you're not giving the alleged evil powers that be your money, your attention. You are no longer doing that. You have pulled away from the matrix. You're not really watching TV anymore, or watching movies. Your whole music has changed. Now you're off mainstream music. You're onto 5D. Hey, maybe you're like me and listening to some Shannon Blake because I'm with it. That's the vibe. You're waking up and you're like, oh, none of these limitations are real. They just want me to think they're real. Okay, so let's flip some cards. We got 2 over here. Explore. Yep, the new cards. I know you already seen the video. And yes, the bulk order has been placed. And it's on the way. A lot of cards are on the way to my house right now. A lot. All right, so we have Explore. The Freedom in reverse. Canna here. All right, so we got Mushy inviting us to explore, and Canna in reverse with the Freedom in reverse. All right, let me think about this for a second. Let me tune in. What am I feeling? Let's get out of the mind and into the body. It feels like hesitation. The image that I just got is you at a crosswalk, okay? And the button, you know how you go to the crosswalk, you hit the button and then you wait, the little man tells you to walk and then you walk. It's like you got to the crosswalk and the button was broken or it wasn't working or you hit it and nothing happened, but you're at this standstill moment where you realize that you have to rely on yourself. You can't just rely on the sign to blink and tell you when to go. It's almost like that's not an option right now. So you have to rely on yourself. So there's something about you looking both ways and going to cross, seeing that it's safe and ready to take that next step, ready to go, right? Ready to explore, ready to go. But there's a hesitation. It's almost like you know it's safe, but then you go to take a step and you're like, wait, I don't know. There's this hesitation. The Freedom in reverse, it's like The road's clear. No cars are coming. You're good to walk. Why aren't you? Why aren't you? There's a hesitation present right now in your reality. Let's keep flipping. All right, so we have Belle here with rebirth, but I don't know if you saw it. It actually came in reversed. So the rebirth in reverse. Don't slow down your own evolution. Don't hesitate and do that double step too long. Walk, step, become, evolve. Like, it's on the other side of the road. Like, why did the chicken cross the road? Like, go find out, baby. Why are you crossing it? There's a rebirth there. There's something there. Don't like stifle. Don't put out your own fire. Don't limit yourself. Oh. And there you go. That's why I had all that stuff come in when I sat down about limitations. Okay. I love that. I love when it all makes sense. Don't limit yourself. Don't hesitate. Like, that message is walk. You looked both ways. There was no car coming over here. There was no car coming over here. So go. There's no reason to hesitate. There's no limit. Authority. We got Al here with the authority card. It feels like you. It feels like this is you. It feels like you are Al right now. Like you are, it feels like you used to be here waiting to be told what to do. That's it. Waiting to be told what to do, what to buy, what to be afraid of, what to watch, what to consume, what to give your attention to, what to give your money to. You're not doing that anymore. You're not here. You're here. Oh my God, this is like someone that just like broke out of the matrix. That whole rush of channeled message came up when I sat down. I obviously shared it with you. You were here when I did it. And now these cards are literally following that message. You broke the matrix. I think you want to explore more of your freedoms too, in addition to the original flooding of messages. Don't hesitate. You looked both ways, go. There's no limit. You're here now. Nobody's going to tell you what to do, what to think, how to feel, what to buy, like how to live. You are no longer following the crowd. You are no longer in the matrix. You got out. Whatever that means to you, you got out. Your brain is no longer available to be filled by others. You fill it. You decide what's important. You're deciding where your time, energy, focus, money, resources, where your life is going to go. You're deciding. You're no longer blindly following. Wow. All right, so we got Dark Tessa, always in the wings, always in the wings. All right, this is Belle here, and she represents the Dark Tessa card. Dark Tessa is like your ego. Remember, Belle's character is all about trying on different versions of self. And right now in this card, her version of self is full-blown ego. Mad, angry, insecure, enraged, whatever. Who knows what she got going on. The ego is flared up. Okay, that's the Dark Tessa card, representing you being in your ego flare. Let me pull these other two cards up top. Okay. So we have the travel card with hello from heaven. All right, I'm a little bit all over the map. Grab it down, Chrissy. The Dark Tessa card, the ego feels like almost like it's safe to be a bitch. Like it's safe. It's safe to go, no, absolutely not. Like there's something, I want to say there's something hardening about you, but it's like good. It almost needed to happen. The image that's coming up is like a creme brulee. So the shell's going to be hard, but underneath you're still soft. Like you're soft and you're gooey and you're a delight is really what you are. But that hardened shell that's kind of forming right now is good. don't feel bad about it, don't feel guilty about it, and don't feel like you need to discard it. It's, your little attitude has nothing to do with anybody else. Like, it's a more of you being able to say no without guilt, without shame, without apology, without over explaining. You just being like, no, I'm not a blind consumer. I'm not gonna follow that. I'm not watching that movie. I'm not interested in that music. I'm not buying that. I'm not into that. I'm not talking about that. Like, it's you being like, no. And majority of society that's still very much in that space is gonna look at you like you're cold, or you're bitchy, or you're mean, or you're, whatever. But it's like, oh well, this is you getting out. This is you getting out of like low vibe 3D matrix crap you have no business being there anymore. Okay. The travel with the hello from heaven. We got Mimi here, our fairy godmother energy, representing the hello from heaven. So this card usually means somebody specific. So this isn't just like spirit guides and ancestors and angels. And I mean, they are. But hello from heaven typically means like somebody, right? This feels like somebody. You're just not alone. Like, you're being helped. The travel card feels like it's time. It's time. It's time to go. It's time to go. And I have to be honest, this can be like within, like journey within, just discovering self, travel, stretch yourself. And that's cool. But I'm getting a stronger pull towards actual travel, like going places, exploring, sightseeing is coming up, big sightseeing, like taking in the sights, like you just exploring new land, parks, nature trails, new downtown areas. You're not like, this doesn't feel like vacation, like spending a lot of money, indulging. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like grounded down travel. It almost feels like when someone, the quintessential moment where somebody is going to go to college and they're like, wait, I'm taking a year off to backpack through Europe to find myself. That energy. Sightseeing, traveling, taking in new cultures, new foods, new sounds. Like, there's something very embracing new earth. And you're not doing it alone at all. At all. Extremely guided. I'm hearing like, just get in the car. Just get in the car and buckle up. Like, we're driving. Spirit's like, we're driving. So this might be an ancestor, a relative, a family member, a bestie, somebody that is on the side of the non-physical, but is very much helping you, acting almost as like a spirit guide. This person is like, let's go. I want to travel. I'm going to see the world, and I'm going to do it through you. We're going to see it together. So this person that loves you very much, that's in the non-physical, is going to be sightseeing with you. So as you're traveling around, if all of a sudden you're like, you go to check into your cheap hotel for the night because you're crashing on the beach or whatever you're doing, and you go to check in and they're like, oh, our reservations got screwed up and you're being upgraded to a suite. No charge. Paying the same price as your original room. Enjoy. Those moments used to be like, what? Who, me? But now you're like, that tracks. That makes sense. Because you realized who's with you, who's moving through life with you. And it's everyone in the non-physical. They want to be upgraded too. They're living through you. As you're embracing your human experience, as you're having fun, being out of the matrix, being in new earth, wrapped in abundance, in love, right? You're no longer giving your attention to the low vibe, evil crap, whatever. You're just like a high flying disc. You and spirit are moving through this world like you're made of rainbows and sunshine. And you're going to get the upgrades. You're going to get the extra tickets. You're going to be out to dinner, enjoying a nice meal. And then all of a sudden, like, the chef's going to come out and it's going to introduce yourself to, you're just like, oh, nice to meet you. And you're like, what? Or someone's going to bring you, an extra dessert. We just think that you would just love this. Try this. Like, all these little extras, all these extra experiences, elevated experiences are going to fall into your lap. And it feels like there's a part of you that's super grateful and you're like, wow, this is amazing. But then there's another part of you that's like, but yeah, this makes sense. It's kind of like where you are now, you know? And that's okay. It doesn't mean you're not humble. You're still grateful, even though you are expecting miracles on the daily. Doesn't mean you're not grateful for them. You're still grateful for them, but you also are expecting them. You are in a completely different frequency. You're in a completely different... You know how there's like money brackets, tax brackets. I'm not saying this right. There, you know how like people are ranking people based on like their money. Like if you make a little money, you're in this bracket, and you make a lot of money, you're in this bracket, right? Okay, like that's just paper, right? We can all agree that that's a thing on paper. It's like remove money and replace with frequency brackets. It's like there are those that vibe low and they're like always worried and fearful and maybe complaining a lot, and they tend to find the negative, and sometimes they don't even know they're doing it, but they're just kind of stuck there. Their frequency is like a low vibe frequency. It just is. Okay. Yours isn't. You're up here. You're in a completely different frequency bracket. And that's what this reading wants you to understand. This message today from the Hippie Vibe Tribe characters and Spirit is very much like, you don't belong there anymore, my dear. You don't belong there. You don't belong in those stores. You don't belong in those towns. You don't belong in those conversations. You don't belong at those house parties. Where you belong is like on the beach talking to the seagulls, writing your affirmations in the sand. You're walking into the hotel, you're checking in. They're like, oh, my bad. We're upgrading you on our behalf. And you're like, of course you are. Like you're in a completely different frequency bracket. And I think you needed this reading to give you permission to enjoy that, to not feel bad, to not feel guilty, to not feel shame, to not go, oh no, I'm on a high flying disc and all these people over here aren't. Okay, well, they can be. They can choose it just like you chose it. They can make those changes within. They can face their demons. They can do the work too. You did it. That's why you're over here. Good for you. Good for you. All right. Let's get this up. Look at these cards. Look at these. Can we just look at these gorgeous characters and these cards? I'm so excited for the very first day that I jump onto one of my social media channels and see another person holding this up and doing a reading on their channel with these cards. I cannot wait. And I'm curious as to who it's going to be. Like, who's going to be the person that gets their deck in the mail and introduces them? Because right now, I'm the only person bringing these 8 characters to life. I'm the only one. That's about to change. And I can't wait to see who the first is going to be. Okay, let's get this up. Thank you for choosing a vibe here. Again, I'm Chrissy, creator of the Hippie Vibe Tribe characters. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next message.